Julie Roginsky, Nick Gillespie, and Trump surrogate Boris Epshteyn are back with me. Julie, I didn't think it was going to, I knew it was going to be hard. I didn't think it was going to be quite this hard.
Well, you know, I have to say, to give Bernie Sanders credit, I didn't support him in the primary, but I thought he was incredibly gracious yesterday, and that was an amazing moment for him to suspend Vermont's vote, come down to the floor and put her name in not put her name in nomination, but essentially ask for a unanimous nomination for her. So I'm hoping that begins the healing. There's a long way to go for his supporters, some of them. Others have already come on board. Sarah Silverman, who was a supporter of his, I thought made an excellent point, which is essentially to say, look, this is a binary option. You've got one of two choices. And furthermore, I think when you have the President of the United States tonight, who is liked by both sides, stand up and make the case, I'm thinking it's going to be better than when Ted Cruz stood up last week, trashed the Republican nominee, and his supporters didn't exactly come along.
But here's what I would say. I mean, I think that they're underestimating just how emotional a response, Nick, people had to Bernie Sanders.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
he's got quite a following, and it's not as though this just evaporates within a day. These people are anti-establishment, anti-elite, and she represents all of that.
Yeah, and, you know, I think they're the mirror of the people who actually got Trump the nomination in the Republican Party, and it doesn't matter that Bernie said, hey, play nice, give it up. They're their own thing, and they're pissed because they were not brought into the process in the proper way. The DNC hack, which showed that the DNC was absolutely putting its thumb on the scale against Sanders, it's going to take more than a couple of speeches to, you know, kind of bring this back together, and I don't think it'll happen.
Meanwhile, that DNC hack, you know, the Democrats are now blaming Putin for it, and the media is in an uproar because Donald Trump today basically said, you know, well, if the Russians did it, I'd like them to go, you know, forward with a whole lot more, see what else is in there. The media is furious, saying that this is really him overstepping his role here. What is your reaction to that, Boris?
What he's saying is that if anyone out there has access to those emails that Hillary Clinton claims have disappeared, if they are out there somewhere, which she again claims have been erased, the FBI should know about that.
Okay.
And that's correct. All Americans should want to know. Now, if the media is saying that he's somehow saying there should be a hack against Hillary Clinton, that's a statement saying that Hillary Clinton has those emails, that she still has them on that server. Because if you can hack into a server and find them, that means that she once again has been lying, just as the DNC lied about not having the thumb on the scales in favor of Hillary Clinton. Now, as far as the division goes, on our side, on the Republican side, Ted Cruz was booed off the stage. He was booed off the stage at the RNC. Here at the DNC, he had a 4-minute standing ovation. Then Bernie Sanders.
You know, that's a very interesting point. I mean, you are seeing two different reactions, Nick, to Bernie Sanders getting that huge applause.
I thought Bernie was going to cry last night.
I think, though, that the important thing is not just in this current moment or over the past couple of weeks, but what we have witnessed in 2016, which I think is ultimately healthy, but it is going to cause a lot of problems, is that on both the Republican side and the Democratic side, the primaries and the business of coming up with the nominee, you have a lot of people who feel disenfranchised, and that's not even counting the 40% of people in America who are socially liberal and fiscally conservative, who are essentially libertarian,
Julie,
who have no one to vote for.
The president, he's going to address this crowd tonight. Is there anything he can say to heal this?
Yeah, I think he is. I mean, he can. I mean, don't forget, he was the Bernie Sanders of 2008, and this is the opportunity for him to remind the Sanders supporters about that and to remind them that Hillary Clinton could get behind them.
I know you disagree. You're shaking your head, but I'm out of time. Coming up against a hard break. Thank you so much to all of you. We are right back live from Philly right after this.